I know for many of you, dating is already so hard to navigate. Throw in COVID-19 and man, you would think that it would get even worse. But it sounds like there's light at the end of the tunnel, because we have an expert today who says that you could actually make something out of this pandemic and perhaps even, as the kids say, boo up during it. So let's bring in Jeanne Sullivan Billeci. She is here to give us some advice about dating during these troubled times. Jeanne, thanks for being there.
Thank you, Reggie. It's great to talk to you.
So Jeanne, you say that you can actually make COVID work for you when it comes to dating. How so?
Well, in my experience with clients who are looking for that special someone, one of the issues is they're not very strategic about dating. They tend to be a little bit more impulsive and going on physical chemistry instead of being more strategic. And COVID forces us to take a step back and really reflect on what's not working for us and what could be working for us. And that's what the book is about, to help people do just that.
Right, so you wrote this book called Be the Soulmate You Want to Attract. So specifically during COVID, this is obvious. It's hard enough to figure out how you're just going to safely hang out with the friends you already have established. How do you go about meeting someone new that you don't know anything about?
Well, I think that's an excellent question. One of the things that I highly recommend anyway is that people do online dating, because there's an advantage. If you write your profile the right way, you can automatically screen out a lot of potential bad dates, people who don't meet your must-haves or your deal breakers. And, you know, because of COVID, it's kind of forcing us to slow down and start with maybe a video date first, which is really important because sometimes people jump right into meeting. And of course, with COVID, depending on where you live, that can be really tricky anyway. But I recommend people just take it a lot slower, because part of the process is to really get to know what you really need to be happy in a relationship. And sometimes we're not clear on that before we start dating.
A video date is very interesting, and that makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, that's how people are going to school right now. It's how people are going to work, so you might as well bring it into your dating life. How do you navigate going from the video date to something in real life?
I think once you feel like this is a person who you have a very deep connection with, and you have a sense that this person really understands what your deal breakers are, your essential needs in a relationship, and they feel comfortable with that and they want to provide that. Once you feel that comfort level with that person, you know, I would recommend, you know, if it's safe where you live, you know, to start with maybe a coffee date. Something that's very short, that's in public, of course, with respecting social distancing. I think, you know, that's a really great first date, because then it's only limited to maybe, you know, 20 to 30 minutes. And if it's not working out, you know, then it's something you can easily leave rather than a meal.
What was something that you specifically changed in your profile that made a difference?
One of the things I think was really important was to be very honest about my dating agenda. A lot of us, especially women, walk around with the belief that, you know, men don't want to get married, and there are plenty of men who want to get married. And so I was just very upfront, and I said, I'm looking for marriage. And before, I wasn't doing that. I was just kind of being non-committal because I didn't want to scare anybody off. But you want to scare people off who don't have the same agenda. So I would say that's the number one thing that really helped me. And suddenly, completely different kind of guys started winking at me. It was just really interesting.
Okay, so at that point, the interview was pretty much over, but oh my gosh, how did I not address the elephant in the room? I mean, she's sitting right there on this throne. I didn't ask her about it. So with her permission, here's what happened after the interview. Thank you so much for your advice, and much more by looking for her book, Be the Soulmate You Want to Attract. Thanks again, Jeanne.
Thank you, Reggie.
That was so nice. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, same here. Was that okay? Did I talk too long?
Yeah, that was great. No, perfect. Okay, cool. And I love your chair. My God, what I would give for that chair.
One of the things that in the book, I don't know if you have it there, but it's one of the things I talk about to help people with confidence is to have them channel a powerful alter ego. You know, it's that confident part of us that kind of over time gets buried because, you know, we start paying more attention to what other people think of us. And for some people, that's a superhero. Some people, it's a diva. For me, it's a drag queen. So I have like a drag queen inside of me, and this is her chair.
Yes, mama. Chair the house down. As they say in the drag world. I love it. All right, we might have to use that part in the actual interview.
Okay. Sounds good.
Jeanne, thanks, and please be well in Oakland.
You too, sir. Have a wonderful day.
Channeling.
So, Kristen, it goes like this.
Okay.
I want to see you do this.
Like this? But she's got
Work,
this is a good
mama.
idea, Reggie, to have this powerful alter ego that nobody can take down. Love it.